We'll say maybe refuge in Buddhist prayer, maybe 3 times. Sanje chodan soje chonam la chanjo pardon dane nage cheche jebe sanam je nola peje azaje nola jo sanje chodan soje chonam chanjo pardon dane jabzo je dage cheche jebe san nola peje azaje nola jo sanje chodan soje chonam chanjo bardo dane jabzo je dage cheche jebe san nola peje sanje no mara. The Rinpoche's long life prayer, the stanza. Tozo chan shi yang ge jave de zo beve gozo dambo ze chozo go le me tondo pa na zo to je no shakti sho. So what we are going to do today, I'm here to just to explain that Rinpoche has been talking about last almost now 8 days, almost every single day Rinpoche talk about Guru devotions. So I thought not because Rinpoche don't understand the Guru devotions, because Rinpoche simply very kindly trying to guide us on the right path, that make sure that we understand the importance of Guru devotions. I'll probably explain a little bit that. So probably most of you already know, some of you may not know, so most of you know. If most of you who already know, so then it's going to be like giving like oral transmission to the Chinese, which is not necessary. Giving the oral transmission to the Chinese who invented the mantra. So then it seems like that's, according to our Guru, Lama Zopa Rinpoche, it's very, very important to find the right, Guru. So now the question is, how we can find the right Guru. So then that question leads back to the Lamrim Chenpo, which Lama Tsongkhapa taught, Lamrim. So Lama Tsongkhapa is quoting like a mature Buddha text called Dodije. Maybe Buddha taught 5 texts, and Dodije, I'm not sure how to say it in English, only know how to say it in Tibetan. So that is very, very important, we as Rinpoche's, disciples, we are like now Vajra brother and sister, or Dharma brother and sister. So, and to educate ourselves, so what kind of qualifications, makes somebody to qualify to become, him or her to become your guru. So this is very, very has a serious business. Very according to Lam. So now there's one thing that we can do. We can learn, those qualifications exactly the way Lama Tsongkhapa taught 600, almost 50 years ago, 650 years ago, or the Lama Rinpoche taught almost 650 years ago. So, Shinye means, sometimes Rinpoche say virtuous friend, Shinye, the Tibetan word, terms for teacher, guru, Shinye, Geve Shinye, virtuous friend. So then the text from Metteyya Buddha, the Lama Tsongkhapa quoting in Lamrim teachings, called Dodije, it's called Shinye. Shinye, there's no. So also I would like to probably share with you what, like Chunje Rinpoche said. So the deities, like Sajastara, Manjushri, Vajrayogini, there's many, many deities. So these are like friends. When we are doing pretty well, when we are doing pretty well, we don't need a whole lot of help. We already develop some kind of, capability to interact with, certain divine beings. So these are like friends when you're doing pretty good. But the guru is like the kind of friend that when you are not doing good, when you are desperate, nobody wants to be friends with you. You are like live all alone. So guru is like that, So like friend when we are very desperate, to want some help or to guides. So that's very important. So that's why you see importance between like deities and gurus. So now Shenye, that's the master or guru, lama, Shenye Tua. So the first qualification is called Tua, means, I say ethics. Lama above ethics, probably no. I think it's not good. Why it's not good? Because this is one of the main qualifications, ethics, called Tua. So make sure we understand. If you are here first time, so it's very important to learn these 10 qualifications. First one is ethic. Ethic. So now you know, like what the first qualification, ethics. Above ethic doesn't qualify. That's very important. Shiva. So then, usually what they call 3 practice or 3 training. 3 practice, 3 training. Sometimes you see 3 higher training. That means like that's 3 training supported by bodhicitta. So then become higher. Higher in terms of hearer, so that they realize that they all practice 3 training, but they don't have bodhicitta. So when you develop bodhicitta, so then your 3 training become higher training. First one is ethics. So then when you think about ethics, according to Vinayaka Sutras, basic, very, very basic ethics, there's 10 non-virtuous act. So that's the very basic. So then, like 253, 10, 8, 5, there's a lot of powers. So very basic, the 10 non-virtuous act is very basic. So something like, how you say, to judge someone before you accept him or her as your guru, you can judge. You have to have something to judge. You can't just judge out of nothing. You can have something to judge based on Lamrim teaching. Then I think there's ethics. First one, okay, it's like ground. Vinayaka Sutta says it's like ground. That's things grow. If there's no ground, there's nothing to plant. Shiva. The second qualification is like concentration. Concentration. Then near Shiva, there's like wisdom. Ethic, concentration, practice of ethic, practice of concentration, then practice of wisdom. Able to distinguish between what is good for liberation, enlightenment, and what is not good for samsara, lower realm, all of that. So able to distinguish. Well, that's also very basic. So then ultimately, like the wisdom, within the wisdom, when you, probably most of you know, according to Lama Zopa Guru Yoga practice, Lama Zopa mentioned 7 different types of wisdoms has been mentioned to Lama Zopa Guru Yoga practice. In the commentaries. So, okay, now the mind has to be well trained. Well trained. Not such like you just made it up, some teaching, then you just teach there, not that kind of ways, So the mind needs to be trained according to Buddha's teachings, because the person is supposed to teach you, guide you on the Buddhist path, so that the person has to train him or her mind exactly according to Buddha's teachings. So then, not just any like I said that nowadays there's like not really criticizing, but that's the reality. Somebody just made up something. Then you do. Then a lot of people they get together, they do all kind of things, but doesn't have origin. First of all, there's no origin. Second, it's not been tested. Third, it doesn't produce any result. So this is the kind of teaching that we have to follow. Something that has originated in. Then somebody tested, then we meditate on that, then produce great results. So that's the kind of teaching that we should follow. So then the mind needs to be trained, trained according to Buddha's teaching, mainly Vinaya Sutras. Vinaya Sutra, which talks about monastic life. Then, of course, also talks about detailed explanation about how the ethics should be practiced. Detailed explanations about that. So okay, so now 3 training. Okay, sometimes they call 3 practice, 3 training. So if you see 3 higher training, that means the person already developed bodhicitta. So that makes higher. Okay, 3 training. That's the first 3 qualification. Yundian Lakpa. So that Yundian means education, knowledge, part of knowledge. The person has to have more knowledge than students. Otherwise, we can teach. So like this, we have more knowledge. I have no knowledge. So it's hard. So that's why it's not teaching. This is just explanation. If this person talks about emptiness, then person has to have more knowledge about emptiness. If that person talking about lamrim, that person has to have more knowledge. Then see emptiness or maybe say knowing emptiness through 3 types of wisdoms. Wisdom generated by listening Dharma, wisdom generated by thinking about Dharma, and wisdom generated by thinking deep into Dharma. That's the best one. Gomjung Sharap. So the best is the last one. That means that person already saw emptiness, not just knows emptiness by hearing, not just knowing emptiness by just simply thinking, but knowing emptiness through deep thinking means like jogum, concentration meditations, probably that require shamatha meditation, calm abiding. They require probably calm abiding. Then for like 3 training, extra knowledge, seeing emptiness. Then so she need to watch what Nejo in the lava. Change longichuk. Longichuk means I say carrying or carrying many I say lineage, or means like lot of empowerment, initiations, like oral transmissions, exactly like Rinpoche, like so many I say lineage, like orally transmitted or secretly transmitted. So then empowerment, initiations. 6, right? 6. So Rinpoche said, next class is going to be quiz. just joking. 3 training, 3 training. So then 3 training. Yeah. So anyway, so you don't need to say, but like, thank you for saying. So, but make sure that understands. Otherwise, finding a perfect guru, you may interview somebody who has a claim is Dharma king, Vajra king, whatever it is happening in Tibet, is happening in West. So then you just, because you have nothing to judge. So then these are very important to find. Once you accept, Rinpoche said, him or her is your guru, a lot of benefit, same time, a lot of risk, no good. So when we do business, we calculate very carefully how much profit you're going to make and how much risk there's you can take, or if you're not sure, you don't do business. This is serious business. So make sure that so these are the, I think, 6 qualifications that mainly related to the lamas. Then there's 4 qualifications related directly to the how to lead the disciples. So my they like effort when you teach, like not very much worry about, I'm tired, my feet is hurt, I'm kind of thirsty, totally not thinking about welfare of sentient beings. So we all experienced last 8 days. Compared to last retreat, is much better. It's not 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, so and so it's like not even worry about one's own well-being. Is just thinking how to benefit sentient beings. Not just here, as I mentioned before, 24/7, 24/7, no break. Then market means like well explained, not create more confusion. Well explained, clearly explained. So I think we all know. So importance of Guru devotion, which explain very clearly, many times. Make sure that we understand. So like that, Makwache. In very skillful way, to guide. Then, so there's the Chowa Pong. So now, like we have how many? 2, 6, 7, 8, right? 8, right? 6, 8. Are you following? Oh, yeah, that's it. So if not, then Lamrim text taught by Lama Zopa in the very beginning is worth to read. It's already there, all read. So then Chowapang is like or maybe they are not learning, so I'm not how much I say, maybe they are not failing. It's like so like never gives up. It's like, oh, maybe they are not knowing, so how many times I tell them, still doing the same thing, no progress, so maybe not like that, always wanted to help, no discouragement, good, no discouragement, Then, so that's like number 9. So one I don't remember. Shini tuwa shiwa nye shiwa yundel lakpa tsunji shini tuwa shiwa nye shiwa yundel lakpa tsunji lungi chu. Important ones, compassions. Compassion, sorry, the last one, compassion. Am I right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, compassion. So there's a 10. So then it's very, very difficult to find in degeneration time someone who possesses all 10 qualifications. So then how you judge? So now say, okay, then 5 out of these 10, 5 things, this is more important, like of course, 3 training, then understanding of emptiness, compassion. You can also, accept him or her as your guru. If not have all the qualifications, but 5. Then no adjustment, finish. Out of 10, 5, the choice. 10 best, if not 5. If not, then probably Dharma disappears. Yeah. Okay, 10 qualifications. Okay, the first 5?
Yeah, just 5 that are necessary.
Okay. 3 training of ethic, training of concentration, training of wisdom, then compassion, then wisdom realizing emptiness, some kind of interesting. The best, like Yinjurgi Nyowa means it's not just knowledge, not just mere knowledge. It's like knowledge with experience, experiential understanding what is emptiness, experiential understanding what is, compassion. It means when you think about compassion, you have feelings rather than just words. Anybody can say compassion, but so if you analyze, you see someone who's practicing, if you're saying the same word, the way you hear differently. Am I making sense? Someone who practices, someone who has experiential experience of compassion, when that person talks about compassion, when you hear, it's not the first time you are hearing about compassion. It's not the first time you are hearing about Lamrim. But when you hear that, it's like really, like, oh, I want to practice now. I can't wait, I want to practice now. It's not like something you are understanding something new, but that's the blessing. That's the blessing. So then, I'm not 100% saying, but some of you may think, oh, why Rinpoche talking about Guru devotion again and again and again? Maybe Rinpoche is like, if there's any misunderstanding, so I want to just clarify. So, or maybe Rinpoche probably want me to do something for him. This is not the case. This is not the case at all. This is not the case. So somebody has to teach us importance of Guru devotions, to guide into the Lamrim path. That's how Lamrim path begin with the Guru devotion. That's very important. If something goes wrong there, rest, finish. Rest of the Lamrim, finish, no hope. So that's why Rinpoche again, and with a great compassion and kindness. So as I mentioned before, knowing Lamrim is one thing. Practicing, that's another thing. There's many. In my monastery, there are like 4,000 monks. Just in Serra, then Devun Gandhi, there's many monks, many Geshe, many scholars. Even there's many professors also who knows Dharma. Does not mean practice Dharma. So not criticizing, just saying. So just to understand. So fortunate, that we have, like Guru, like Rinpoche, and it's very important. So as I mentioned before, not this year, I think last time, a lot of people, it's difficult to sitting long hours, like then preserve, not having food here, like all of that. So just rejoice, sitting under the one roof, with Rinpoche, just to rejoice. This is not, it's not something I say we should not take very lightly. There's something very important is happening. Somehow we create the karma and just sitting here, listening directly, not through tape or videotape, just directly listening there. So just rejoice, so like, wow, this is incredible. Same time creating new karma continuously, it's much better than sitting there, saying prayer. Okay, may I never be separated from Lama Zopa all my life. The prayer saying right here with the Rinpoche. That's something that we should take advantage. Not just to think, even there are some difficulties, purifies, and purifies right in front of the Guru. Isn't it amazing? Just visualizing at home, visualizing Buddha Vajas or like reciting Vajrasamana, right there, purifying. Don't need to visualize. You can see there, right there, real Guru. So that's quite amazing, So just then kind of makes you kind of like happy, With some pain there, doesn't matter, So it makes him happy. So something to rejoice, even though you don't understand everything Rinpoche said, just something to rejoice. Okay. So then Lama's blessing will come to you. Say if there's pot, if there's no water, there's nothing to reflect. The moon will not reflect because even though it's pot, it's empty. If there's some water, something will reflect. There's devotions. Sun, completely sun ray or sunlight, completely capable to burn something. If there's no magnified glass, it's not going to burn. So there's devotions. Lamas throwing, when you catch fish, throwing hook all the time, but there's no ring. There's no ring to catch. The Lama can't create a ring, so we have to create a ring. So if there's devotions, then he will, will catch the hook. It's not just one hook throwing it all the time. It's not where how far you stay, how far. It's not like it's all the time. So then, these devotions. So then, realization will grow. Otherwise, Teba maybe Minamlas, person without devotions, it's very hard to grow any virtuous thought. Seed that's been burned is not going to grow. There's nothing will grow because already burned. That's the example they use. Teba Minamlas. So devotion. So now we know the qualifications. Found the Lama who's qualified, possess all these 10 qualifications. So what we are waiting for? Or you have like limitless questions you still need to ask. some point the question needs to be stopped. No, otherwise there's doubt. It's not. It's good to have questions, but certain point question needs to stop. So so then devotion. Then like say, according to foundation of the good qualities. Not just one qualities, all the qualities, Lama is the foundation of all the qualities, not just one, all the qualities. So then, in Lamrim, of course, then, there's another Lamrim called Lamrim Nyamkur. So I grew up in a monastery. Probably knows monastery more than anybody else here. I know monastery very well. Met many lamas, not just one, many lamas. So Rinpoche is like we are very fortunate, to like said, to meet Rinpoche and the receiving teaching from Rinpoche. So if you put some effort, Rinpoche will guide you all the way, no doubt, all the way to enlightenment, no doubt. So if you follow, pledge what Lama say and you do, so there's samaya. So then I think it's very, like, yeah. So somebody has to teach us, importance of good devotions, and Rinpoche is kindly doing that again and again, again and again. Make sure that we take advantage and make sure that when you practice, something will grow rather than nothing will grow. So that's why. So and so important, I think, very important. So, and whatever Rinpoche said is said exactly according to Lamrim. If you read, you will find. It's not just making up, not just Lamrim, many other texts. So repeatedly said, Lama Zopa said, Lama Adisha Shakyamuni Buddha said, in the Sutra teaching, in the Vajrayana, even more, Vajrayana, more complicated. Vajra disciple, Vajra master's devotion is much more serious than Sutayana. So just want to share that with you. So then, I think that's all. So what time is it now? I'm looking forward to get out. Looking forward to get out. What time? Only 2 o'clock. Time to meditate. 30 minutes time to meditate, 30 minutes. So maybe 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes? Yeah, maybe we do question answer. So at the Kadamba Center, so I tell them, usually when I was there, they ask questions, all kind of questions. And I say, when Rinpoche comes, when my teacher now, he's the abbot of the Serapis monastery, when he comes, you must ask questions. When they come, there's no questions. So I encourage them, okay. So then I'll be, very happy after they leave, then there'll be no more questions, at least a couple of months. So now, I think, it will benefit all of us, if you ask questions. I say, Kungao, Buddha says, any questions? Everybody's so quiet. Kungao, his attendant asks, not because he don't know, he asks on behalf of other people, he asks questions, then it benefit all people. So it's not just mere knowledge. It's like experiential answer will be going to be experiential understanding. It's more than mere knowledge. So maybe, this morning, so if Lama say, okay, you have any questions, it's okay to ask. So then you don't, otherwise, Lama is very busy, then you're trying to push, asking this question. That's not appropriate things to do. So when Lama asks them, we should take advantage. Yeah. So, but, so I'm here, students, same like you, so this is more like discussions, So maybe somebody else will contribute, so somebody asks questions, then we'll discuss. So see what we can do. Yeah.
Okay, again, I have a question now. Because in this time, there's so many gurus out there, right? There's so many teachers qualified, and how do you outwardly see the quality of a teacher that has understanding of emptiness or not? That's a very big topic.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. That's not easy. So,
For the beginners, how do you see that?
anybody want to say something? So, yeah. Please pass the mic. Yeah.
My Geshe Tenley, he said, you look at the other students and you ask questions of the other students, and so you learn and learn and learn and find out, especially if you know some senior students, that you know them better and you know to respect their opinions. And so that's one way he guided me.
Wonderful, very good, wonderful, yeah. Anybody else? Please contributions out of bodhicitta. Rinpoche said out of bodhicitta.
So I think the one you mentioned, number 3, which was the being subdued from realizing emptiness. So that's extremely subdued, yeah? The third one? So that means difficult problems, challenging situations, insults, anything doesn't make any difference. Mind is always peaceful. Yeah.
Very good. That's, all of them is like nectar. Yeah. Yeah, please, more. I'm also looking for answer. So you ask questions on behalf of me.
I have a confusion in my mind about two things that I've heard Rinpoche say. One is about the Namgyalma mantra and how it can cause you never to be born in the lower realms. And yet, then we hear in the teachings how many reasons we have to be born in the lower realms and how it's very rare and precious to have this precious human life. So I wonder if you could shed some light on this contradiction, or if it is even a contradiction.
Any contribution? I have no lights. I just have ignorance. Generally speaking, there's no 1,000 different ways. Like actually, like there's 84,000 different ways why people get into something. 84,000 different ways. So. Generally speaking, there's so many different ways, like people get into lower realm, samsara. So then, like turtles, living deep under the oceans, comes out of the surface of the oceans once every 100 years. That's us, precious human life. Living long time then deep in the ocean, now comes up, met the Buddha Dharma. So hearing Namgyal mantra. So then Rinpoche knows the power of the mantra than anybody else. Rinpoche knows more about mantras, more about benefit of mantra, reciting mantra than like anybody else. So sometimes FPMT International, they ask me, they send me some mantra, Gisela, where it's come from? No clue. So Rinpoche has all kind of mantras, so I only from know only out of 100 only knows 1.5 that I know. So I think it's not really contradiction. It seems like contradictions, but once you met the Buddha Dharma, when you hear, so it means whoever hears, mainly the person, the way a person dressed, with the bodhicitta, wisdom and emptiness, the mantra become more powerful. So then I think hearing, like mantras but yeah, this mind is full of doubt. There's no, So merely remembering, just forget about reciting what is the mantra. Just forget about that, reciting that, Mainly remembering Buddha Vachasa's name purifies all the negative karmas. Who said? Shakyamuni Buddha said. Why we don't recite? But there's no, heart is not in that statement. So that's why, that's why we don't recite. So now we heard from Rinpoche reciting Namgyama mantra, so powerful, reciting to animals, reciting to yourself, will prevent you or animals to be born in. That's how the, negative, so much negative karma has been created does not mean all are there going to ripen. Those can be purified before they ripen. Then out of them, some of them are very heavy, even you can purify. So much karma has been created does not mean each one of them are going to ripen. It's not like that. You met the Dharma, you learn how to purify, so it purifies, it purifies. So same, the dog animals, so much karma has been created, waiting for something, Namgyama mantra, that's probably just hearing, that's how they purify. So next life, it's going to be human, so met Dharma again, because there's a cities already planted, met Dharma, then make more progress. Then you don't need to go down, even though you have a karma to go down, but it doesn't mean you go down 100%, it can be purified. Make sense? So now, according to first questions, so that's very difficult questions, so very, very difficult. So how Lama has realization of emptiness? Safe for Rinpoche. Questions? Probably very good. Safe, huh? What do you think? Yeah, we should ask Rinpoche. Maybe not like if Rinpoche say, okay, any question, then we ask. I'm no way too scared to ask questions to Rinpoche, but you can ask. Maybe like, yeah. So anyway.
I've heard to ask somebody if they realize emptiness is a bit rude.
Not just out of curiosity or like maybe I want to know. Just not it has to, as I said, everything that we do with the Guru has to have devotions. Otherwise, it's not good. Sincere, genuine. I don't just want to know. That's not good. So, I think the way you ask with motivations. So anyway, so sorry. So for me, there's no. From my side, there is answer, but I don't have answer because I far behind from emptiness. Me far behind from emptiness. Really, no clue. So hard to answer. Okay. So sorry will be my answer. Sorry, that's going to be my answer. Sorry.
Gisela, here.
Yeah.
How you can service your guru when you are far away?
What Guru said, how life should be lived, what kind of mindset you should have when you're eating, what kind of mindset you should have when you're working with the people, what kind of practice that you should do, So there's a kind of offering, then it's also like indirectly it's kind of service. Then, of course, Rinpoche Center, any project, so so many different ways to benefit something. This is only just to benefit. It's not like what you get, building a stupa. What do you get? So it's not like some kind of competition happening. Or you build 100 stupa, then you are going to be reward like that. It's just to benefit starting center, different project, just to benefit, just to benefit, to sentient beings to be part of that, So from the distance, so whatever that we hear from Rinpoche, so we try to put into practice much as we can, try all our best to practice. So then whenever there's opportunities to serve, so then it's up to you, because we already learned. So now it's up to you if you want to take advantage. So now the benefit, of that is unthinkable. So service, it's not just like practice, also like physical suffering. Sorry, not suffering, service. Physical service. So, and like service that please, lamas, and from the distance, so nowadays, so because of the technologies, you don't have to be close to Rinpoche to serve. Am I right? Yeah, you can serve Rinpoche through internet. FPMT international website, you can serve Rinpoche's project. You don't have to be close to Rinpoche. Before, it's like lack of technologies, it's difficult. So now, am I make sense? No? Is that your question? Yeah. So,
Geshe-la, what happens if before you met Lama Zopa Rinpoche and you decided he was your guru and you requested, if you found another teacher, and with time you see he doesn't have 5 qualified, at least the 5, and you receive refuge or initiation?
That is secret, so I don't share it with anybody else. That's secret. Secret, I don't share. I have now only 2 teachers, Abbot of Seraja Monastery and Rinpoche, only 2 who's alive. So monastery, you don't go, anybody teach you don't go, there's many ex-abbot, so sometimes it's kind of difficult, so when Ganden Tipa comes, Ganden Tipa, the highest ranking Lama in the Geluk traditions, people wonder why you're not going to teachings. You don't just go, It doesn't mean somebody's very high, you don't just go there. So this is serious business, so in the West, you have permission from His Holiness, you just go there, listen as a Dharma friend. But in monastery, we don't do that, even though there's 100 different, qualified to teach those 5 major texts, qualified. We don't go all of them, so we just choose one, then we stick with that. If that person passes away, then we do another one. So, mainly based on qualifications. Why I received teaching from Rinpoche, mainly based on qualifications. So, so that's the main thing, yeah.
So how do you overcome doubt?
Yeah.
So if you get a guru, how do you overcome doubt?
How's that?
How do you overcome doubt? Yeah.
How you have stopped doubting to that person?
Yeah, because you keep saying doubt. You keep saying not to have doubt.
So now that based on the qualification, we just study the qualification, 10 qualifications.
Yeah.
So you study them, then you check that person thoroughly. Even though it takes 12 years before you accept that person as your teacher, it's okay. You can take time. So then after 12 years, if you have still doubts, so then I'm not sure what to do.
Because sometimes you get a guru and then you have doubt.
So then, that is that according to Lamrim teaching, that's considered as obstacle. Obstacle, that's considered as obstacle.
Yeah.
But there's no, I say, not just good. Thinking about negative about anybody is not good.
Yeah.
We should not look at people from negative point of view. That's not good. There's negative mind. There's mental suffering. That's not good. But easy to say. That somebody has to say. But it's difficult to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. Any negative, view of any beings, not just guru, any beings. So then, particular to guru, That's the obstacles. So then you say, like as a any wrong thinking to the Guru, so then please bless me to eradicate all of that, all of that. Because so it's not like surprising why we have doubt, why we have negative mind, because we are part of samsara. So then, instead of they're seeing that as obstacles. Make sense? Obstacles, because you already checked. It's not like like dog, when they see meat, there's no research has been done by a dog when they see meat. You just go, then eat a couple of seconds, finish. It's not like that. We take time, we study, we analyze, 12 years analyze. So now, after that, there's a doubt, there's obstacles. So then they need to request more blessing from the gurus to purify that, that. So, and even like scolding, criticizing you, that's like another part of blessing that you don't see as a blessing, but actually is a blessing. But for we don't have mindset to see that, like Milarepa, like building 9-story building many times. So just not just simple verbal criticizing. See in the teachings, a lot of people say, get out. Marba says, get out. Even building or walking so hard, get out. Doesn't get out, Marba sticks, just something probably throw, so chase him away. But Milarepa never ever created any single tiny negative thought towards Marba, thinking, I need to purify. So that kind of mindset, somebody will get enlightened within a short lifetime if you have that kind of devotions. Obstacle, yeah. Looking for get out. What time? Okay, 5 more minutes, okay. Happy to hear that, 5 more minutes. Yeah.
Hi. I was wondering, when you talked about when you're in front of your guru or another teacher and you feel blissful, is that them taking your negative karma at that time? Or
if you
reflecting back your positive, or what?
If you're feeling good?
Yeah, it makes you happy to see the guru. Like, they're the source of all good qualities.
Yeah, see, these are all like certain kind of concentrations they do practice. That makes, immediately you see, it liberates. Tongtor kiku. Tongtor means just liberated simply by seeing. So that's the power of the practice they do. There's certain concentration.
So your negative karma just falls into them and goes away?
It's like,
purifies?
Yeah, of course it purifies, otherwise there's no way to liberate. It's like...
So that's why they're compassionate, because they're taking on our negative karma.
Yeah.
They're taking on our burden so that we
thinking about all the time, thinking about how to help and how to liberate, how to lead, all this power. So when you see, sometimes you have goosebumps, tears, like in Tibetan people, when they see His Holiness Dharma, they have tears, they have goosebumps. All of this called tongtrel. Tongtrel means no need to talk, just simply seeing liberates. This is all. It happens to certain people. It doesn't happen to all the people, because it happens because amount of time they spend thinking about Buddha Dharma day and night, that create, the kind of, the powers, to that's good things, not surprise. That's good thing, yeah. Tonglen practice, giving and taking practice, everybody knows we do, Tonglen practice. So, certain case, like practically, like physically, people do take some suffering on them. So that's it's been done, in the past. So it's not. So I can't say 100% sure that not taking all your karma or taking your karma. It's hard to say. So, and generally speaking, that's not how it works. Everybody has to purify, but so then certain unique circumstance, could happen. So I have to say, yeah, when somebody doing Tonin practice, thinking very, and there are case. Some practitioners do take, someone else, pain. So, yeah. That's good. Yeah, last, maybe only 5 minutes left. Now maybe only 2, probably it's now 5 minutes. It's been only 3, 1 or.
Geshe-la?
Yes.
I think I have 2 questions, but
Yes.
one question is, if one has taken teachings from, one thing they say that, one has taken teachings from other lamas or gurus beside one's main guru. And so usually I mainly attend the teachings and retreats of my main guru or gurus. But what if I have attended teachings or taken oral transmissions of texts from other gurus, but I don't see them much? How is it possible to practice guru devotion to gurus that are not my main gurus? Without breaking, guru devotion, without breaking samaya.
It's only your guru. But don't see them very often.
No, I have my, of course, Lama Zopa Rinpoche is, one of my main gurus, and so. But I'm talking about, maybe other teachers who I have taken, oral transmissions from, or have attended teachings, and I still respect my mind. But since they are not my main guru, I may not continue to take teachings from them, or I may not continue to attend retreats with them, or because in the West it's so there's very many teachings, from different lamas, and then so I've attended teachings, and there's some, even though His Holiness the Dalai Lama says it's okay to attend without, like attending a lecture.
Yeah, that's
there's
good.
confusion in my mind because I've also heard teaching from Lama Zopa Rinpoche where if we receive even one word of Dharma, that person becomes our guru. So then there's confusion in my mind. And also if I've received, oral transmission of a text if I attended some teaching and it was kind of like an oral transmission of a text, then I don't know how to practice guru devotion with that guru if that guru is not my main guru and I don't normally see, or I probably am more cultivating guru devotion with my main guru. How do I not break, guru devotion with other lamas who I've received teachings from?
So now see, like Vinayaka Sutras, which talks about monastic life, So, of course, according to that Vinayaka Sutras, receiving four lines of teachings, then that person is your teacher. So now, dua utility. So. So I think His Holiness already, giving permissions to the West, to prevent creating more negative karma. Just go there as a Dharma friend and listen, right? His Holiness already giving permissions to do that. Go there to just listen as a Dharma friend. So then, according to Vinayaka Sutras, a long time ago, it's not like here. It's not like that. People don't just go and just listen, wondering, okay, what do you have to say? How quick you can lead me to enlightenment, so I will pay you $1,000. So you give me initiations and I will be enlightened tomorrow. Tomorrow you are still the same. Your mind is gone, but you are still the same. Before it's not like that. Before it's really, structures, how you receive teaching, who's going to teach, so that's like done, people don't just go around, it's like just listen, So down, that change, that change according to the circumstance, it change. So, I really don't know what to say. So, and yeah, so then, in my case, I'm here 15 years, most of my teachers, not, most of them pass away, so then, yeah, so Geshe Rabten is also my teacher. I receive only philosophical texts, then most of the time Geshe Rabten is in Switzerland. There's no way, at that time there's no internet, I can't receive any teachings. Okay, I'm just staying in the Switzerland most of the time. And Tijang Rinpoche, Ling Rinpoche, they are far away, so you can, on occasion you receive teaching when they come to monastery, and other than that, there's no real teachings. So I think that is okay, not continuously receiving. This is not, I'm saying what I'm saying is okay, it's not disrespectful, not continually receiving, even though they are your lamas, gurus, but not receiving teachings because of their living so far away, things like that. So then, according to Vinayaka Sutra, that's what it said. When you read the Vinayaka Sutra, 4 lines of teaching, then you are, the person becomes that, but the way they received a long time ago, it's not like here, somebody giving lecture, you go there, listen. It's not like that. It's not been done like that. You go there with intentions to accept, ne lama means not accept him or her as your teacher. Then you go with that intention, then you listen, then you become teachers. So now here is a different case. So you go there, you probably hear more than 4 lines, you hear hours and hours. Just not more than 4 lines, hours. So then I think if there's no intention, probably that's what His Holiness says, if there's no intentions to accept, see him or her as your teacher, then I think it's fine. Yeah. So maybe I didn't answer your question, so I'd like to stop here, so I'm looking for to get out. Dage chini saben gewa de den dan wa kun la ko me da cha ba ju so no san to me ten be nim bo rin do sa she to zo cha jin yang gen ja ve de je jo be ko zo na bo je cho zo go le me to do pa da zo to je no jan de ge wa de nyo no no la ma so je do jo ne do wa che ya ma le ma te so lo ge ma jo chan jo sen jo rinpoche ma je pa nam je jo je wa nya ma me ma ya kon ne kon do me ma kon re ra ve ko ve she gam de pe na de wa ma le jo me che re ze wa de ze ja no sha be se de ma no de. Yeah, thank you. So we'll go outside together simultaneously, no order. Please.